Hello, my name is Fox and you're watching Den of Fools. Let's jump right in. In Week 2 of 2024, we had 112 tournaments with a total of 2,121 players and 7,357 games played. This week, the Space Marines topped the charts with 25 wins and 70 top 3 placings. Their weighted place is 13.9, which is much better than the 24.9 they got last week. The Necrons remain in second with 12 wins, 31 top 3 placings and a weighted place of 14.3, a very similar result to last time. As I'm sure you are aware, the Necron Codex received an FAQ in this period. The change made the stratagem, which gives Canoptek Court units devastating wounds, only work on Canoptek units. This stopped the powerful combo of Tesla Immortals with a Plasmancer, melting nearly anything with a load of devastating wounds. As the FAQ is only recently released, some tournaments continue to use the previous rules. For example, the Nottingham Super Major, a 332-player tournament, was won by a Canoptek Court Necrons list, which was using Tesla Immortals. We will be covering the Nottingham Super Major in our next tournament spotlight. Stay tuned to see if the FAQ change has affected their win rate. Chaos Space Marines see a return to form with 10 wins and a weighted place of 11.5, the second best overall. This is a big improvement on the weighted place of 28.8 they got last week. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to perform at this level. The World Eaters top the green group with 6 wins, 21 top 3 placings and a weighted place of 15.8, a good result for them. The Eldari also get 6 wins with a few less top 3s and a weighted place of 17.3. This is a slightly worse performance from last time, but they only got one less win. The Orcs come next with 5 wins and a weighted place of 19.2, which is a drop off from the best weighted placing last week of 10.7. Sisters have another good performance with 5 wins and a weighted place of 12.8. The Lees of Votan get 4 wins, 16 top 3s and a weighted place of 17. Chaos Demons also get 4 wins with a few less top 3s and a weighted place of 11.8, the third best overall. They have had consecutive good weeks, with the exact same weighted placing as last time. Custodians and Tower, the last factions in green, both getting 4 wins and 10 top 3 placings. They have a weighted placing of 12.8 and 18.8 respectively. The majority of factions are in yellow this week, with the Tyranids topping the group with 3 wins, 12 top 3s and a weighted placing of 33.3, slightly worse than last week. One of these top 3s does include third of the aforementioned Nottingham Super Major, which is a great achievement for an army which has been struggling. The Genestealer Cults only get 3 wins, but they do manage to get the best weighted placing of 7.7. The Admech see an improvement with 3 wins and a weighted placing of 13, which is much better than the 39 they got last week. The Death Guard do not perform as well as they did last time, with 2 wins and a weighted placing of 38. The rest of the factions in yellow get 2 wins, with no full factions in red. 25 factions manage at least one top 10 placing, with the Space Marines get the most top 10s with a massive 224. The Necrons are in second with a very respectable 104 top 10 placings, followed by Chaos Space Marines in third on 67 top 10 placings. We know the Space Marines always get the most top 10s due to their numbers, but the Necron result is very impressive compared to the rest of the pack. Unsurprisingly, the Space Marines are the most played faction with 22.25% of all players taking them. Necrons are the second most popular faction on 9.48%, followed by Chaos Space Marines in third on 5.75%. We have now seen this top 3 for a number of weeks. It'll be interesting to see if the Necron popularity takes a hit next week after their nerf. It takes our resident stats guru and Ultramarine fanboy Fearless Fox many hours to collect all the data. It would be great if you could show your appreciation by liking and sharing the video. It really helps us with the God algorithm of YouTube. We have grouped the win rates by colour, with the key at the bottom of the screen. This week, Chaos Space Marines topped the charts with a win rate of 55.9%. This is a decent improvement on the 51.9% they got last week. We have seen Chaos Space Marines just above the Goldilocks zone on many occasions. It'll be interesting to see if they get a nerf in the next data slate, which I think will be released on the 25th of January. The World Eaters come next with a win rate of 54.5%, a slight increase for them. The Orcs get a win rate of 53.8%, which is significantly better than the 50.4% they got last week. They did manage to get the best weighted placing last time, which shows that having a good win rate doesn't necessarily mean a faction will win loads of tournaments. The Necrons come next after topping the chart in the previous 2 weeks. Their win rate is still good with 53.1%, but has dropped back a bit from the 56.2% they got last week. I did mention that the biggest tournament this week was using the old rules, usually as these large tournaments require lists to be submitted at least a week in advance. Perhaps some of the smaller tournaments were running the Necron Codex FAQ, which has led to the decrease in their win rate. I would expect their win rate to drop down further, but I would be surprised if it drops below 50%. The nerf is only to one combo, and I personally think the Codex has a lot of strong options, which are being overshadowed by the power of the Canoptek Court Tesla Immortals. In any event, we will have a good idea how big an impact the nerf has in next week's stats. The Lees of Votan come next with a win rate of 52.2%, a slight decrease for them. The Thousand Sons get a win rate of 51.8%, followed by the Genestealer cults on 51.3%. Admech and Aeldari are the last factions in green, with a win rate of 50.8%. This is a good result for the Admech, with another decent increase in their win rate. For the Aeldari, however, it is quite a significant drop in form. The majority of factions are in yellow, with Tau and Sisters topping the group, both with a win rate of 48.1%. The Space Marines come next with a win rate of 47.7%, which is a bit better than their usual win rate. The majority of factions are in the Goldilocks zone this week, with Drukhari, Chaos Knights, Guard, Tyranids, and Imperial Knights completing the yellow group. The Aeldari top the Leviathan Part 2 win rate with 57.5%. Chaos Space Marines were in second place with a win rate of 53.9%, with the Lisa Votan in third with a win rate of 53.5%. Chaos Space Marines have increased the gap after topping the weekly win rate. The World Eaters remain in fourth with a win rate of 52.4%, followed by Orcs on 51.5%. Chaos Knights are the last faction in green with a win rate of 50.6%. The Tower at the top are yellow with a win rate of 49.3%, followed closely by Sisters and Death Guard. Genestealers and Admech both get a win rate of 48.2%, both increasing after relatively good weeks. The Necrons are still going up the rankings despite a slightly worse week. They now have a win rate of 47.8%. The Space Marines have a win rate of 46.6%, with the Tyranids on 46.3%. We see the same factions below the Goldilocks zone, with Ashton Militarum on a win rate of 44.1%. Custodians and Drukhari are at the bottom, with a win rate of 44% and 43.2% respectively. We usually like to focus on the first founding chapters, but as the White Scars also have 3 players, this week the Flesh Terrors top the charts with 77.8%. The White Scars are the only other chapter in blue, with a win rate of 60%. The Space Wolves are perhaps the real winners, with a win rate of 56.1%, a very good result for them. The third most popular chapter, the Black Templars, come next, with a win rate of 53.8%. The Death Watch top the yellow group with a win rate of 49.1%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, come next, with a win rate of 47.2%. The second most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, see a slight drop in their win rate, with 45.3%. The Blood Angels are the last chapter in the Goldilocks zone, with a win rate of 45.1%. It is nice to see them out of the red group, where they have been for the last few weeks. The Salamanders get a win rate of 44.4%, followed by the Raven Guard on 43.5%. The Iron Hands top the red group with a win rate of 35%, with Imperial Fists on a 23.8% win rate. Overall, the chapters performed slightly better than last time, with most of the chapters that have a decent number of players getting in the Goldilocks zone. The second most popular chapter, the Black Templars, top the Leviathan Part 2 win rate with 53.4%. The Space Wolves are the last chapter in green, with a 50.4% win rate. The Death Watch top the yellow group with a win rate of 46.3%. The most popular chapter, the Dark Angels, have a win rate of 46%, followed by the Salamanders on 45.2%. The Blood Angels are on a 44.5% win rate and have seemingly stopped dropping down the rankings. The Iron Hands are close behind with a win rate of 44.3%. Fearless's favourite Blue Boys and third most popular chapter, the Ultramarines, are on a win rate of 43.8%. The Raven Guard have a win rate of 41.4%, with Imperial Fists on 41.1% and the White Scars on a 34% win rate. This week, the majority of the Chaos Space Marine warbands are unknown, so we go straight into Leviathan so far. The Red Corsairs top the win rate with 57.3%, with the Wordbearers on a 54.2% win rate. The Alpha Legion get a win rate of 52.9%, followed by the most popular warband, the Black Legion, on a 52.2% win rate. The Night Lords are the last warband in green, with a win rate of 50.5%. The Iron Warriors get a win rate of 48.1%, with the Emperor's Children at the bottom, with a 47.4% win rate. If you enjoyed our content, please subscribe, check out one of the videos on screen, and consider using our affiliate links in the description. Thank you for watching.